it calling, it whispers in the breeze.
An ancient sort of siren shivers in the trees.
A shanty sung by heroines and heroes lost to time.
It promises adventures for those who pay it love.
That advantage to your role, though the journey takes its toll. We shall stay hardy, friends remain while facing foes. To the dungeons and the dragons we will roam. That advantage.
All right, everyone say hi. We're live now.
Yay, hello, we're back.
Hello.
We're to beat up some cultists.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I guess without further ado, we can just hop right into it because I'm very excited. I have no idea how long the next couple of sessions are gonna go. I am trying to hammer out this next arc in 3 sessions. It'll probably be longer, but we'll see. But before we get into the new arc, I guess we should go back and look back at what we have done so far. So who roll to see who does recap?
Yeah.
I suppose, or if somebody wants to volunteer, I mean, either or.
I was like, I'm still rolling to try to share this on my story because I'm old.
Oh, we're rolling. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I'm rolling.
Ooh. Ah. I'm just waiting. I'm chilling now.
Looks like it's gonna be you.
I don't know. This nearly 50% chance it could be Sean.
Give me a moment. Let me cook that.
And remember, lucky doesn't work on this, Sean.
What? Oh. I'm so sorry. Can I?
Oh.
For some reason, I can't open the above VTT.
Uh-oh. Are you on Google Chrome?
I'm in Google Chrome. Oh wait, no, it's working.
Oh
It's
God.
working.
We finally play and half the time spent.
They're sick. Give them a break.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
I'm sick as shit.
Oh no! Too bad lucky doesn't work. Yeah, have the sick one describe what happened.
Yeah.
Good. Honestly, this is your fault for missing like fucking 7 sessions in a row because of you.
What do you mean? What do you mean? There were like sessions where like I'm available and then like no, we're not available. I'm like fuck.
That's literally never. That's literally never happened.
No, like Brandon like talks about like fucking going to Sokon or some shit. I don't fucking know.
What?
You know Sokon?
A suck on?
Yeah, suck on these nuts, dude.
Oh,
Anyways,
that's so funny.
it's fucking.
I'll have to get my laughs out now because I don't want to laugh while you're doing the recap.
Alright, so mama, from what I recall, I was waking up from a hangover. Damien, a boy was waking up from a hangover, and then like he woke up and saw like, yo, isn't that Brandon bitch?
Oh.
Wait, like no, the fucking. I'm so sick. The Bromwyn bitch. And he's like, isn't that a Roman bitch? And then like, my boy went over to him and he was like, yo, sup? And he was like, I don't know you, you fucking popper. And I'm like, why are you?
Copper.
Why are you acting like such a bitch? And then he was like, "Ah, go along, little orphan boy." And I was like, where did this come from? And then like I realized that apparently the party, upon my absence, had decided that that we were gonna find a caravan master that to bring us to Baldur's Gate, right, and eventually to Waterdeep.
Well, you're in Baldur's Gate now.
Yeah.
We're going to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, find a caravan master in Baldur's Gate to get to.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I said. Stop mansplaining.
Yikes!
And okay, so we were like at the Black Gate, and then like all of us had our little misadventures, and definitely like emphasize the miss on misadventures. Someone like said that they could cook, and then like rolled really low, and then like recovered it. Brandon was fine. He fucking Roman was fine.
Can you get me out of your head?
And you know what's
Jesus.
annoying? Like, it starts with B and ends with N, and you know
There's a
you're
Y
doing
in.
There's a theme with every single character I've ever played, literally ever, and their name always their name starts with the B and has the letter Y in there somewhere.
It's Baldwin and like Berlioz, and like I'm like, fucking which B character was this again?
Doesn't matter.
And I was like fucking Bromwyn was like, Bromwyn is actually fine with the twins. He donated to the poor, which I appreciate personally. I mean, like Scarlet. Wait, was it Scarlet? Scarlet.
Ruby.
Ruby. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I get it, guys. I remember the mission. Ruby was doing that badass mercenary thing, and they were just like, you know what? I've done this 5 billion times before, and then now they've done it 5 billion one times. And like now that we picked our caravan our caravan stuff, what happened to my part doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. So like. We went to the inn, we discussed on what we were gonna do, and we're like, yeah, fuck yeah. And we went our separate ways and like did our own things until like the caravan was finally like ready, and we were like, off to adventure and shit. Hell yeah, guys.
Good job.
That was terrible.
I can only made like important parts that happened. It just was a little bit of a.
Homie got the guy on the wheelchair to do the race. I'm just saying.
Ooh, I feel like I ran a mile. Okay.
Alrighty. Well, I guess without further ado, we can just hop right into it. Yeah, so like Sean said, it's the day that the caravan sets out. You guys get with people who hired you respectively. We have Ruby, wink wink, Crimson is with Lost Fellow the Silent. We have Bismarck, who is Bromwyn, with the twins, Vitiliel and Thenaliel. And then we have Sheila, who is Lyanna, Arden and Arden Jr., the most elf.
Yeah, with Arden and Arden Jr. What a team.
Yeah, and then we have Dave, who is Damien, with Wendy Quickgather. But you guys meet up with your respective merchants, batten down all the hatches, make sure everything's good to go. And the caravan makes its way out of Baldur's Gate, going north up the coastway, heading towards Waterdeep. So kind of how we're going to do this travel thing, we're just going to kind of take it, like, do a day, there's a couple 8 days gap, there's going to be a day, a couple of days gap kind of thing. Usually how we're going to do it is basically it's going to be like an encounter, and then what I'll do is have you guys mill about in the camp after that encounter, so you can talk and interact with any NPCs need to, or discuss the events of whatever encounter happened, kind of thing. But at any point, if you want to stop and be like, the moon, or like I say something about the moon, and you're like, oh, let me go over to this Luna cleric and say something about the moon, just type in, kind of thing. But I will say there will be designated time frames kind of allotted in this travel where you are at camp with all these NPCs, so at any point you want to chit chat with anybody, just be like, hey, I want to talk to this NPC, I want to talk to that NPC.
Yeah, I got you.
But or if you want to go to one of your party members, because you're kind of a little spread thin here with this very large caravan that's going out. So sometimes you'll be, riding side by side, and sometimes you might be like on opposite ends of the caravan, kind of thing. So if you ever want to like go and find one of your buddies or whatnot, you can. But that's kind of how we're going to do this. If things change or too slow, too fast or whatnot, I might move the pacing around a little bit. But this is kind of how we're going to fly for now. But the first couple of days travel with this caravan is pretty uneventful. You guys kind of make your way up the coastway through the fields of the dead, which you kind of had gone through. You kind of coasted the edge from like El Terrell to Baldur's Gate a little bit, but here you're like properly driving your carts through the field proper. So, despite all of the hardships along the river of the edge of the fields of the dead, now that you're actually cutting through them, the first couple of days of travel are pretty calm and serene compared to what you were used to with that river travel. But on the third day, as you're passing through these fields, you see... actually, if everyone wants to roll a perception check to see what you see.
Nah, just tell us.
It becomes very clear very soon, but...
Yeah. Perception.
Get over here, idiot.
Oh, Lyanna's, I see everything.
What's your elf eye see?
Yeah, my elf eye. Pretty great.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Damien! God damn it. Stupid kids.
Give me a fucking moment. These old men can't wait, bro.
To press a button?
It's loading. It's fucking loading. What do you want?
And trust me, everyone else hates you too.
Terrible.
If you wanna hurry up to the grave or some shit. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm amazing at perception. Look at this. Bam. There. That changed everything.
I'm glad you waited.
Yeah, Damien's towards the back of the pack and not kind of distracted. But I will say what is it? Ruby, Bismarck, and Sheila.
Yep.
You all guys see like some sort of like motion ahead on the road. Ruby and Bismarck can't quite make it out, but Sheila, with her keen elven eyes, can make out. It seems to be like an overturned cart, and several like figures are surrounding the cart. And as you guys get a little closer, that wants to load. You see the overturned cart. As you guys get closer, you see that the figures that are surrounding it, it looks like it is a band of hobgoblins accosting this cart and the people within it. And the merchants immediately kind of start pushing their guards towards the fray a little bit, like, I don't want to deal with that. So the lot of you kind of get pushed towards the fray here, along with two other guards. There's Briar Great Fury, who you'd kind of encountered in the town before, and then there's a dwarf with you as well that you have not really talked to yet. But you guys are kind of pushed towards the front by the crowd a little bit because you guys are kind of the closest to the front. to deal with this situation.
Okay.
And oh, thank you. And as you guys are kind of pushed towards the front, some of these hobgoblins kind of look towards you and immediately start like going to grab for bows and arrows to kind of like divide their attention from the cart towards you guys, or look to be starting to take their already drawn swords and start marching towards you all. So if you guys want to go ahead and roll some initiative right in the get-go.
Do they look like they have malicious intent though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're currently like there's 2 dead hobgoblins already at this cart. The horses very clearly were like
They killed the horses.
Yeah, they killed the horses.
Yeah,
the
man.
cart subsequently kind of like fell over the horses a little bit, like in its like inertia, and kind of like fell over. You see the 2 merchants that are currently in the cart are kind of more so like under the cart, kind of like hunkering down. And it seems like these 2 armed individuals are kind of like holding the hobgoblins at bay, trying to protect what little is left in the cart at this point, kind of thing. As these hobgoblins are kind of converging on them.
Oh shit. Ah.
Come on, Sheila.
Alright. Oh no, come on, Sheila. Oh, I didn't roll initiative. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I was too invested in what the hobgoblin is doing.
Well, I'm like, how do we know that they're not the victims in all this? We don't know these people in the cart.
Nice. Initiative is low.
Hey, if you think do you guys think if like we save them, that like I can have the horses? Just a thought.
Oh, God. Jesus.
What do you mean you can have the horse? The horses are dead.
Switching your conscience to all.
I was like, don't you? Oh God, this is gonna happen.
I stare at you.
True. And then I just kind of roll my eyes, or I have that realization where I'm just like, why did I even ask?
I wouldn't do it if they were alive. Damn.
Well, at the top of initiative here, it looks like we got Bromlin.
Yay! Alright, well, if you said they look malicious, then I'll go after them. I'm gonna attack with my Moonbow. I'm gonna attack
Okay.
this one, right here.
Yeah, let's see it.
Actually, no, I'm probably gonna attack, yeah, I'll probably attack that one.
I have all my spells.
Do these people count as allies?
Say so.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to know.
Little rogue. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Hell yeah.
Alright, 7 damage. Alright, and then sneak attack, because he said that they count as allies. Oh, minimum damage, so.
It's okay, it's enough to take him out.
Nice! Okay,
Get
perfect.
him right between the eyes.
Alright, I think Bromlin's going to run over this way. And I think that I'll use my bonus action to try to hide. And behind, like, near that tree.
Very nice. You were invisible. You become one with that tree, and everybody is losing sight of Bromlin. And that's gonna be your go?
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, beautiful. That's gonna bring us to this hobgoblin here. Yeah, he's probably just gonna try and sidle up because he's kind of towards the back of the pack and go and attack this drow guy. Which you can see now that you're closer, there's a drow and a little wood elf there fighting with their swords drawn. Thank you. But he's gonna go with his own long sword to smack that guy. That is not gonna do it, I don't think. Hold on, I can see what I'm doing. It's so little.
My waist. Thank you.
Hits. Just hits. That is deals a whole whopping 10 points of damage on this poor little drow guy. Okay. And that is going to be that hobgoblin's go, and that's going to bring us to the next hobgoblin.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
going to attack this little elf here. Same dealio.
The goblins are hobbing.
Yep.
Yep.
That does not hit. So
Good.
this little frilly elf in the pink just kind of like dances out of the way and like this little like
love
pirouette
her.
kind of thing.
Cute.
And that is going to be that hobgoblin's go. It's going to bring us to Crimson.
Okay, I'm going to... I'm gonna dash to try to make it as close to the cart as I can. I think I can only move 30 walking. Yeah.
You'd probably hit, like, you'd probably just get to the cart with, like,
Right.
regular movement.
I'm gonna let you move me because I don't want to take up more squares than is allowed for a dash.
Dash could get you literally anywhere you want, so like around this cart.
I was like, yeah, your
Oh.
movement would get you right to the cart. It looks like your normal movement.
Okay, I'll go up. Yeah. Okay. I'll move like could it be right here or more like here? Would this be okay?
It's not letting me wherever you're at.
Oh,
There
sorry.
it goes. Yeah. That would be good with your regular movement for sure. Because he's like lying there dead on the ground with an arrow in him, so.
Nice.
With the regular or the dash?
That's just your regular movement right there.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was going by the squares, like
Oh
5
yeah,
foot
I just
per
used
square.
the ruler at the
Yeah,
top.
I used the ruler.
Here, honestly.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that's right. Okay, so then, can I use my crossbow on... I wanted to do this guy up here.
Double click him?
This bro?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
That kind of just clinks off a piece of his armor. Doesn't quite make
Yeah.
any piercing.
Fair. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Well, that is going to bring us to one of the little guys underneath the cart being like, "Hello, is somebody there? Please help us!" That's gonna be his go. And I think that's gonna bring us to the hobgoblin you just shot at. But attention's a little divided here. Like roll d20 to see who he's gonna hit. Let's see. Oh, there went Sean.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh, that didn't hit. That's gonna just kind of... He's gonna, like, block it with a shield kind of thing, this drow guy. And that is gonna bring us to our little elf girl in pink here with her very long sword that she's kind of, like, almost like a ribbon twirler, kind of, like, spinning it around her head as she's, like, going for these, like, attacks kind of thing. And she's just going to go pop, pop to two of these different hobgoblins here. Well, that wasn't very good for her. Yeah, no. That's gonna clink off some armor. And then other one also gonna clink off armor. She's not really making any, like, dents. Like, she's doing dents in the armor, but, like, these guys are kind of just shrugging off her attacks. And she's just gonna, like, kind of stamp her foot a little bit. A little curse in Elvish. And that's gonna be her go. Oh, right on time! It's gonna bring us to Damien.
Because I.
You good, Sean?
How far
Okay.
is it?
That's a really...
Oh,
So I think
God,
you're
it's-
pretty much exactly 30 feet from the cart right now.
I will curse these fucking legs.
There's no walls for you to climb on.
Parkour!
Wait. what can I do here? No momento.
Do you have any ranged anything?
Of course I do. I pull out my daggers.
He throws his rapier.
Like javelin.
I can make them tell the truth. Are you guys impressed?
Throw your.
That would be the funniest use of Zen of Truth.
Throw your fucking wand of smiles at him.
I will throw my dagger at them.
Which one?
Double click the enemy.
The red one.
Okay. This guy?
It was a joke.
I
there.
see the red hobgoblin. You're funny. Okay, go ahead.
Paladin dagger toss.
That definitely hits.
Paladin dagger toss. Alright.
Wait, are you throwing two of them, or?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Do not underestimate the amount of daggers this paladin has. I'm collecting them from each and every cultist.
Yeah, you just immediately just get him like right in like some vital points, and he immediately flops to the ground. You see this drow guy kind of look over his shoulder in confusion, and then kind of gives you like a little salute.
And I give a little flourish, and I look at the girl here, and I go like, "Oh, did you see that? Or is it a dude?"
Wait, in the cart?
Yeah.
It's
Well, we
it's
do
like
know there's only a 50-50 chance of what it can be. Okay.
It seems to be two gentlemen. One seems to be kind of more like middle-aged, and one seems to be probably around the same age as you.
Is
Oh, did you see that? I practiced that maneuver for so long.
And what did you say to him again?
I was like, yeah, did you see that? I practiced that maneuver for so long. It was really cool, right? Cool enough to give me 2 dead horses after this. Maybe.
Sure. Confused, but not opposed to the idea. Just
I look at
confused.
Ruby and I point at I use my pointer finger and aim at my head twice. See, I'm a lot more business minded now. Alright, continue.
Is that your go? Is that your go?
Yes.
All right.
The
That's
usual
gonna
being
bring
thing.
us to our little guy in charge back here. So let's see.
Look at this nerd, bro, at the back.
Yep.
And a loser.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit taller, a little bit beefier, got some fancier stuff on him. And he is going to let's see.
Cynthia, are you currently working with gold stuff right now?
Yes.
That's. I was like on Instagram. I was like, is she just doing this at her desk right now?
Yeah,
Okay, I
basically.
Making entire metal. That's crazy.
Pitch that day.
Yeah, that's happening in real time.
Yeah, I think this captain guy is going to kind of make his way around the cart towards these new threats. He thought this would be some easy pickings, but now there's random people coming up, so I think he's probably going to come at you, Crimson, with this large great sword that he's going to swing at you twice. Well, that first one is a natural 20.
Work. Nice.
The second one is a 17.
Yeah, both hit.
Both hit. Okay. Well, here goes the first one. Well, he rolled really shitty, so that's 10 points of damage.
Work.
Oh, he rolled kind of better than last time. Or wait. Yeah, so it'd be. And then 6 points of poison damage for that first hit.
Well, that's good.
He rolled even worse on the second roll, though. So that's 4 points of slashing damage, and along with 4 points of poison.
Okay.
And that's gonna be his go. That's gonna bring us to our little guy back here. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's seeing his captain going for these new threats. I think he's gonna follow suit and shoot a bow and arrow at Damien.
Work.
But what if
That
you don't?
is 12 to hit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, doesn't it? Misses, I'm guessing.
Yes,
Your
the
paladin
paladin.
Yeah. And that's gonna be his go, I guess. So that's gonna bring us to the other person in this cart. The young gentleman that you had just spoken to, Damien. They are going to, let's see, what are they gonna do?
They.
Let's see.
Is there more than one person?
Stupid. They have things they can do. They have things they can do.
Whoever did that is so rude. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Kate.
god, it's so crazy, right? Ha 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 ha. Let's see. Where's the D8? There it is. Okay.
No. Dead air is fine.
Oh god, he rolled really dog shit. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna start casting this spell and point it at one of these hobgoblins who immediately just his eyes roll back in his head and he just like falls to the ground asleep.
Jesus
I'm just gonna
Christ.
put him like peppered
Asleep?
out. Yeah, I don't know where to put him at. Hold on. Let's see. He's
But not dead?
not dead. He's just asleep.
Huh.
I thought he was a sleeping one, maybe. And he is also going to kind of point at Damien. Thumbs up. He's like, "You're doing great." He's gonna give you a point of inspiration, a little bardic inspiration.
Let's go! Let's go.
And whenever he does that, like from
Oh,
the
that's
tips of
great.
his thumbs, like little like golden spark kind of flies from his thumb. And it kind of like starts circling you, kind of like little like stars, kind of like floating around you.
Before it flies straight in your ass.
And that's gonna be his go. Sorry. That's gonna bring us to our little drow guy. He's a little bit more straightforward with a sword.
Yay, fighters.
Yep. He's gonna go bap bap with his big old great sword. That does not hit.
Bonk,
That is even
bonk.
worse. Gosh, yeah. This hobgoblin that he's attacking. Actually, wait, no. That guy's asleep. Haha! He has advantage. So the first. There we go. Just roll 2 more times. There we go. Missing a sleeping guy in front of him. There we go. That's a lot better. Oh, where are these rolls before? Okay, yeah. He like goes to like swing at the guy. He like suddenly falls asleep right in front of him as he's like mid swing. It's like okay. And just brings the sword down. And not to minimum damage. Come on, my guy.
My guy. That's supposed to be my guy.
Yep, that's gonna be his go.
My guy.
That's gonna bring us to Sheila.
Sheila! Alright.
Crikey. Shayla.
Sheila.
Arnar, Sheila.
I'm gonna just get slightly closer to the cart so I can cast my spell. I'm gonna move here, still far enough away from combat, and I'm gonna cast Bless to help out some of my comrades. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna cast Bless at level 1.
So
And-
3 people or 4?
I'm trying to make sure. Oh, hold on. It is Oh, like if I use it at higher. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta remember how many people it is. 3. But if I cast it level 2, I can do 4.
I was like,
I'm gonna
I thought
cast
it
it
was
level 2 so I can get 4.
Okay.
Because if I cast it, I can target one additional creature for each spell slot above level 1. So I'm gonna do 4. Cast Bless. Pass.
Alright.
I'm gonna do it on my pretty pink elf. I'm basically gonna do it on. I'm gonna do it on all 4 of the NPCs that are struggling right now.
Oh,
just to help them out. Yeah.
Kits.
Yeah, because I'm gonna try to save the good people of Fearun. All right. Anyway.
Geico can easily
sorry.
bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, just like
Thank you, Geico. Bless, sponsored by Geico.
Yeah. It's not sponsored.
Alright, beautiful. Yeah, you see that the you can't really see the 2 people underneath the cart very well, but the 2 elves kind of like look over their shoulder, feeling the magic kind of wash over them, kind of give a a thumbs up from the little pink elf. Or the drows going to kind of give this like nod as they kind of turn to their fighting.
Nice.
Any bonus actions or anything?
Oh, sorry. I think I just wanted to cast Bless this round and I end my turn.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I'm good where I'm at. Alright. Hopefully the NPCs will be okay. Alright. Alright, let's go!
Yeah!
Let's go.
It's gonna bring us to the tail end of our initiative with this hobgoblin costing our little pink elf here. Let's see.
Pinku.
That definitely. Oh, the justice. Okay. Wow, that dice rolled on its like a top for a good while there. Okay, 7 plus 1.
Anticipation.
Okay, that's gonna bring it to his go. Alright, it's gonna bring us to the top. To Bronwyn.
The only top. Alright.
Alright.
Okay, let's all calm down now. I'm gonna go for this one right here. Oh god, hold on. I'm like doing several screens.
Yeah, sorry, me too.
This one, right here.
Okay.
The one attacking Crimson, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna draw my longbow. And shoot an arrow at it.
Wow, yeah!
Natural 20?
Yeah, baby! Let's do that. So do your roll and double that shit.
But the fun part about this is sneak attack also gets critted.
Yep.
So let's do some math here for a second, shall we?
Alright,
that's gonna be 23 points of damage.
Okay. That does a decent number on him.
Okay. I think I will go ahead and apply one of my arcane shots as well, and have vines grow out of the arrow that recently shot into this one. So it's going to take an additional 2d6 poison damage.
Alright.
So plus another 8 points of damage. And he's going to have to make an athletics check to remove them as an action.
Wow. Okay.
And it's going to take 2d6 slashing damage if it decides to move.
Okie
And that'll be...
Good to know.
How's he look?
He's looking pretty rough.
I'm going to use an action surge as well.
Ooh.
And shoot another arrow. 17?
17 just hit.
Yay! 9 points of damage.
Eating in,
He
and dining
is
out.
very
Both are
bloody.
rewarding.
All right, hold on. Do my sneak attack then. Plus another 7 damage. Just let him die.
He is hanging on
That's so
by the
stupid.
thinnest thread.
It's dumb.
An
All right.
absolute thread. You look like if you blew on him, he'd fall over.
Dumb. I'll use my my cunning action, bonus action to hide behind this tree again.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Why have I just...
Do I need to reroll?
Yes, go ahead. Ooh, yeah. You just shot the captain with some nearly basically life-threatening attacks. Everybody's looking at you.
You know what?
That wants to kill you.
You know what? Just to add some flavor, I give a thumbs up to Bromwyn as he tries to hide and shout, "Good job, Bromwyn!"
Not Bromwyn. Oh, you idiot. He's probably more mad about that than anything. Not government. Oh, idiot.
Alrighty. Sorry, my thing just fucking reloaded. Okay, let's bring us to our next hobgoblin friend, who is asleep. Let me make sure he doesn't have to save from this, right? I think it's only if he's attacked. He saves, right? Check to see what's attacked, huh? Okay, yeah, actually, so whatever our drow friend attacked him, he did wake up, so he's no longer sleepy. So he's gonna get back up and he's going to go and smack this drow guy who just stabbed him.
Smack my bitch up.
That just hits. But not for very much damage. So. Alright, that's going to be his go. And that is going to bring us to our next little hobgoblin, attacking our little pink friend here.
Pink
With
good.
a big ol' sword. Smash. I rolled that in the wrong turn. That does not hit anyway, so she just dances out of the way. And that's going to bring us to Crimson.
I think she's gonna try and yell at Bromwyn like, "Are you wanting this one for your kill?"
That doesn't really matter.
Thank you, friend. She'll try and hit the guy covered in vines that's been beaten black and blue by Bromwyn already. Let's see.
Got like an arrow in the neck, the other one like in a lung that is very clearly pierced something very vital. That definitely hits him.
Standing up, just spurt.
Yeah, literally. And he falls. Like you barely even it's more like the momentum knocks him over and he's just dead on the ground.
And then I'll move like to the other. Oh, come on. Okay. Then I'll move over to this one.
All right.
And do two more attacks.
God.
Oh shit.
No, I forgot I'm supposed to be rolling every time these arrows hit radiant damage as well.
Oh. Well.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that just hits. You managed to find a little snag in his armor.
A little chink in his armor? That's crazy.
Yeah, shut up. And he is done for. He already got kind of shish kebabbed by the drow guy earlier while he was sleeping.
Okay. And just for a bonus action, I'm just going to do second wind so I can get some hit points back.
Nice.
Alright. then let's see.
2, 6, so 8.
Oh.
And that's my goal.
Alright, let's go bring us to our little frilly elf here, who is going to go smack with her little sword.
I feel like she's had 17 turns.
She's just been attacked a lot. That definitely hits, and that is a natural 20, so I don't even know if I need to roll for any of these, because I think even if she rolls minimum damage, she's still gonna fucking... Yeah, she immediately she does this like really intricate like dance move, like as she swings her sword over her head and just bam bam with her little like rapier, and both of these guys fall dead. That was a very good go for her compared to the last round. Last round she didn't do a single thing, and that time she took 2 in one go. Then she's gonna kind of like flip her hair over her shoulder. She kind of looks over towards like the other people who are now joining the fight and kind of be like, "How's that?" And that's gonna be her go. And that'll bring us Damien.
I asked the two, are you sure I can have the horse?
It's dead, but if you really want it, sure.
Okay. I look at the horse and I say, "Arise, Dave Jr." As a horse comes out, another horse comes out of this dead horse's mouth. It just starts crawling out. It's medium size.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left. It feels as if it like got out of the skin suit, like a snake shedding its skin.
What is this? Why'd you just have this ready to go?
To me, it's like the summon speed.
It's a normal paladin thing. Come on.
No, this image? Like, why did you just have this image good to go, Kate?
At Minmo, we're always looking for
I don't
innovative
know.
ways
It's
to
like
save you.
I guess other players
I
do
will,
too.
I will ride my horse to victory.
Beautiful.
As I run towards.
This feels like overkill for this thing that probably has
bit.
3 health.
It's cool though.
It is cool, really cool.
I will make my character kind of like a fucking drive around, and he's like, "Oh, how do you actually manage to like ride a horse?" As my horse just like moves on over and like hits it.
Okay, gotcha.
Give me a moment. Life bond equals your spell attack modifier. Give me a bit. That would be a deep. Imagine that this is a +5. This.
I'm picturing it right now.
All right, 8. Does 8 + 5 hit?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll stab it myself.
You're trying to get used to this horse. It's kind of like rearing back, but like not quite.
Come on, kick it. Kick it. I'll do it myself. Okay.
That definitely hits.
I deal 8. Wait. Ignore that. Can I add a +2d6? No. Ignore the second person. I deal 14 damage.
Yeah, immediately. Well, how do you want to do this? This is the last guy standing.
I will divine smite just because I can.
Be sure to waste the spell slot. Yes.
Yes. And I sort of like try to like I tried to kind of like use my sword as like a light to guide my horse, and it isn't really working. So I kind of like I kind of like shake my sword a bit, and I accidentally behead the guy. I was like, no, over there, Dave Jr. Over it.
Oh lord.
Oh no. But as that last hobgoblin falls, that will take us out of combat here. As these guards kind of go over to their people that we're trying to protect here, kind of pull them out from the cart. And you see there's a tiefling man and this younger half elf who's kind of being like propped up on his like with the arm over his dad's like shoulders. And you see that they're kind of like looking for something amongst like the wreckage of the cart here. And you see, let's see.
I was like, have I shown pictures of them? I don't think so.
Not yet, no, actually.
I will do the special skill of paladin loot bodies.
Looting the bodies? Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. While you see this pink elf finally pulls out what they were looking for. It was a chair with wheels out of the wreckage and kind of hands it over to the young man who gladly takes it and sits in it as they kind of like greet you guys properly. The dad kind of like steps forward, this tiefling man, and it's like, thank you so much. We were not knowing what to expect on the road, but it certainly wasn't this. Thank you. I don't know how we could ever repay you. I am Amvir, and this is my son, Mavil. And this is Eroris pointing towards the pink elf, and Minarath to the drow. Eroris. And as you kind of like look and cock your head at him introducing her, and she's like, "You can call me Riss." But he is very, very thankful.
Well, I'm glad we could have been of assistance, but unfortunately, the most we can offer at this point is to scoot your car over to the side so the rest of our caravan can pass by.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for the horse.
You see, he looks deeply disturbed while like his son's like ooh. Seems to be more impressed by like the magic than the very unsettling nature of what you just did. Is there no way that we can possibly like get this repaired and join you or anything like that?
That's not up to us. That's up to the merchants, and unfortunately, I don't think it best, considering the circumstance we just met you in, for us to allow you to speak with them, considering we are their gods. You understand, I hope.
Right.
I'm fine to help you, though, as best we can. However, without horses, I don't think you'll go far.
Oh, right, the horses. He kind of looks over at Damien prancing about. Is there possibly room for the four of us to join? Heading north to Neverwinter. You going that far north?
Excuse me. Can we get some names first?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm Amvir. This is my son, Mavil. And that is Eroris. And she's like, Riss. And then the drow is Minarath. And kind of gives a little nod. Mm-hmm.
You're heading to... Where'd you say you were heading to?
Neverwinter. To visit my brother.
Oh.
A little vacation.
When did you leave, considering you left on your own?
It's only a day or two ago, I think.
I'll send a message to Crimson Ruby. Curious, is it not that they left the same time that the supposed cultists did as well?
Oh.
Again, we'll help you scoot your cart over to the side. However, I do not think it fit for us to bother our clients with this. Though I do hope that you are guided on your path.
I mean, there's no room at all. Like in any of the carts, it's not like somebody that we can pay.
Can I whistle to the two that we came with?
Oh yeah, they kind of had stopped in their tracks, and you guys just fucking immediately annihilate these guys. They kind of forgot to live in the initiative, not gonna lie, but didn't need it clearly. And you see Briar and this dwarf person kind of step forward. The Briar, as you know, is the very stoic tiefling, no nonsense attitude, and this dwarf seems to also be of a similar inclination, as they both kind of march forward with their arms like either crossed or like the dwarf woman has like a hand on her sword at the ready. Doesn't seem to be letting her guard down either.
I apologize. I'm not going to be bothering my clients with this.
Right, my employer doesn't have room, but you can speak to these two. I'll help move the bodies, and then Crimson will just go, I guess, with Damien to move the bodies out of the way.
Yeah, and I'll go try to help like get their cart kind of like to the side to where it would be easier to fix anyways. Kind of like I'm helping clean up.
Yeah.
Can I use my Dave Jr. to like? Can I tie them to the cart and then like help? Right?
Yeah. I will say it'll take like some finagling. But it seems like the wheels are pretty busted up. And this cart is kind of designed for 2 horses, so you'd have to kind of like unhook some of the harnesses, kind of rearrange how it's like all the ropes are done up at the front to kind of make it suited for 1.
Good thing we have a horse and an ass. Come over here.
Are you talking to me?
Oh shit! Right.
Lyanna just kind of smirks because that was pretty funny.
Right. I'll go. What do you call it? I'll go disturb my employer.
Okay, you're gonna go grab one of you. Yeah, and I will say, as you kind of run off, the dwarf lady is like, we definitely don't have room on my employer's cart either. And Briar's like, I'm pretty sure they would probably be willing to take you, but they definitely don't have room on their cart. I could ask, but it'll be an uncomfortable journey for sure.
I'll just sit beside the cart. I'll be fine.
Yeah. So you go run off to grab 1V. You kind of give her the lowdown on the situation, and she's like, "Oh, we definitely have room. We can take on some people. Yeah. I mean, there's really just a bunch of boxes in there right now. We could fit at least 2 people in there, at least."
All right. I return and I say, "We can fit 2 people."
And the drag guy is like, "I can walk." And the elf girl kind of looks at him like, "Betty," and he's like, "I can walk."
For months.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna be going at a very fast pace with as many people, anyways.
Besides, isn't this rather inappropriate considering there was registrations and signatures and paperwork involved to join this caravan to begin with?
But we need our help.
Yeah, Amvir, the tiefling, is like, I wasn't even aware this caravan was leaving the town, or I would have done the proper paperwork, but we left through the outer city. I didn't even know that this was happening, or we would have probably made our way into the city and actually joined up with you all. But you seem very capable.
God, I'm trying so hard to remember that list of names and the fucking thing I got.
Did we write it down?
I wrote it down, my character, but I didn't write down the person.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. What list are you talking about?
From the guild.
Make a history check.
Plus, technically, I did give it to Ruby.
Yeah.
$19.
Okay, that's pretty good. So you are thinking back on that book, and you're like, that name, it sounds so familiar, Maville, and you're like thinking about it, and you're like, you don't remember seeing it in that book, but you're pretty sure that is somebody from Burdusk. You recognize that name. You're like, wait a second, I think I know this guy. You think you remember your mom talking about like a Maville at some point, and maybe one of her like collaborations with like the Bardic College whenever like they were doing the house renovations. You can't quite remember, but like I think that's one of the guys who helped with the house with like the lifts and stuff.
I'll send that to a message in Crimson. Maville is Burdusk, and I've never met them personally, but I've heard of them from Burdusk. So I don't know why they're heading towards Neverwinter.
You send messages to us, we're not able to respond back, right?
I was gonna say you can respond. Message?
In a message, you can respond telepathically? Oh.
Well, I don't know about telepathically. I know you can respond.
Oh, yeah. No, I did.
Yeah. But not, in the Mighty Nine where Not ends every single message she does. You can respond to this message.
Well, I'm not ending it with that because I don't need them throwing our business all out.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, don't worry too much about it. I mean, like, there's 3 spots in my caravan, and if that guy's like alright with walking.
Yeah, I guess I'll go up to because one of the tieflings is like a father, right? That's what he said, and his son is
like a middle-aged tiefling, and then his son's like a younger half-elf.
I'll just go up to him and be like, look, we're paid to keep an eye out, and we don't trust just anybody. Give us some reasons why we should trust you, please.
Understandable. Yeah, I mean, me and my son, we were just going up to Neverwinter on vacation to visit my uncle. Maville here is on break from school, so we figured it'd be a nice little trip, just the 2 of us. Spend a couple months north and then come back, just in time for school to restart. And then these 2 I hired to help with the situation, but I think we were a little overwhelmed.
What happened with the hobgoblins?
Oh, we were, making our way up the coastway. No issues the first couple of days, and then out of nowhere, these guys just hopped out the bushes, immediately slew both the horses, and that we were fish in a barrel.
I mean, they definitely could have handled that.
Well, so far we only have a select amount of space. So, and that's not including your inventory here as well. Would it not be easier for you if we were able to just fix your cart and then our companion here could leave his beast of burden with you?
Don't you talk about my son that way.
I'll roll my eyes. Very noticeably.
Whatever would be most convenient. I mean, we're heading north either way, whether or not we have to go back to Baldur's Gate, get a new cart, and make the way back up north again. Or we can pay some coin to your patron, kind of gesturing towards Damien. Pay very handsomely just to be able to travel with you. Or if we can get this cart up and running, then we can just travel alongside you.
This isn't necessarily a decision that one person can just make. Is this not something as a caravan everyone should be entitled to? And frankly, like I had mentioned, I think it's inappropriate to ask my employer about this. That's not my job.
I will head on over to the rest of the caravan.
It's not my job.
I'm gonna start shouting.
Yes, by all means, please put it to a vote. I mean,
I will backflip on top of the nearest crate, and I will start shouting, "Hey guys, some people need our help! They kind of got ambushed by a bunch of hobgoblins."
Go ahead and just make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
I was like, you should be pretty good at that.
Yeah. Yeah, as you're saying this, 1V kind of comes up as well, and it's like, yes, I can take them into my cart, and I can provide them with food, since, I mean, you're not really going to be doing your own thing, so I have some extra rations that I can spare to help them along. And then he kind of is like, well, we brought our own rations, so they kind of go back and forth a little bit. But I can house them in my cart. Shouldn't be any issue. And most of the other members of the caravan kind of like nod, like, okay, yeah, sure, if she's gonna do it, I don't really care. They can do whatever they want. Kind of, or like some of them were like, yeah, been there, done that, kind of thing. Like they seem to have been also accosted in their many travels, like understandable.
I
sympathize.
asked some of them if like, hey, do you have space over there? Can they like leave a box there maybe?
Let's see.
Would anyone have space? If they do
Let
not,
me pull up. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. I want to see something really quick. Arden actually pipes up. He's like, I actually have a lot more space in my cart that has opened up unexpectedly, so I can carry anything that needs to be carried.
Do you don't mind?
Of course not. I mean, it's just empty space. Going to waste.
I give a thumbs up.
Still...
You're a real one.
And like Amvir, the father here, kind of speaks up as well. He's like, yeah, we don't have much. I mean, we have our packs with, changes of clothes, rations, all that, but kind of packing light, to say the least. But upon some collaboration with, the members of the caravan, they kind of make room in their carts between like Arden and Wenby to kind of house these 4 unexpected travelers.
That was kind of easy.
Yeah, it helps if you roll a 23 as well.
Well, let's just hold on here. If everything's as simple as you said, then you wouldn't mind if we just make sure everything is in accordance regarding your luggage you'll be bringing on.
By all means.
I want to check for drugs.
I need to poke around their luggage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Amvir kind of scowls at the implication of drugs, but Maville kind of laughs a little bit. But they offer their bags willingly.
Yeah.
Riss is kind of like, oh, don't look at my bag, but she shows it, like trying to pretend to be coy a little bit, but they all show their bags. Like you said, there's mostly just like changes of clothes. There's some rations piled in there, a few knickknacks here and there, a journal, but nothing super incriminating.
Nothing at all.
Seem to be average travelers. You see, like with the drow, he seems to have. Well, I'll say, go ahead and make a just investigation check. It's not gonna be a very hard DC, just to see, or an insight, I guess, too.
Which one do you prefer?
Either or. You get different answers depending, or you can do both, whichever. I was like, this is a conversation that's been going on for long enough. I feel like if you wanted to do both of those, you could.
Okay, I'll just do both.
Yeah. Okay.
I did great on both.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so on an insight, you get the idea that while the guards are kind of freshly hired by these two guards seem to have like a repertoire between the two of them. Like they seem to have been working together longer than they have been hired. Kind of maybe like been friends or some sort of partners for a while. You get the idea that they are being truthful about everything they've said so far, kind of thing. They're going to Neverwinter, they're going to see their uncle, blah, blah, blah. And with the investigation check, you do see that the drow man, he seems to be having symbologies of Hor, a god of justice. I know. But it fits his character too well, even though he's a stupid name. And you see that this wood elf girl seems to be some sort of like wizardly mage type alongside her sword.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Blade singer.
Wow, who knows? This is a crazy blade singer? Wow. My favorite class in D&D. This is crazy. But yeah, and while you've never met Maville in person, you've like heard brief passings from your mom or whatnot, and the reason why they were like so good about helping design your house for like accessibility is because they themselves like use a wheelchair, so they were able to like find these flaws in like any sort of architectural plans and be like, oh no, you need to do this. And not only know that like from firsthand experience, but also having the arcana to do it themselves and help in the process. So you know that they're pretty skilled at what they do in terms of like bardic, arcana, magics. But get pretty good read on these guys.
Well, very well. Everything seems to check out. You are not to wander alone, and you are not allowed to prepare any food or drink. Is that to be understood?
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, welcome to our merry band. And I'll do like a fake smile.
Our merry band of
and then like kind of go back to help clear the path.
All right.
I'm gonna start nomming on this other horse. Man, I could eat a horse. I will.
You see, the people who are not members of your party are very thoroughly disgusted. Although I will say, while Briar seems disgusted, she does not seem surprised. It seems that she kind of clocked there was some sort of vampiric nature to you, and she does not seem surprised, but she's still grossed out.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
She's gonna walk away. As the dwarf lady also follows too. It's kind of like looking over their shoulder, like, ugh.
They'll never get us, Dave Jr.
All right, but it takes a good like hour to kind of clear the path, kind of thing. And with Damien, your previous investigation check, you find about like 50 gold pieces scattered amongst these hobgoblins.
Oh my god!
And a bunch of like various like little like trinkets, like little bone trinkets and stuff like that. And like most of their armor is pretty like rugged, like leathers and like patchwork like metals. They seem to have like collected over the years of like various other battles that they've just kind of like cobbled together. They seem to just be kind of like these wandering bandits, just kind of like as they pilfer, they just kind of like take things off, add things on, kind of thing. But they seem to have a whole bunch going on with them. It's maybe just try and get some food or money, whatever it was. But
what's the name of the dude on the wolf?
Maville. Yeah.
Maville. Can I like? Is their wheelchair like sort of like automatic or like, is it
it seems to be like a combination of both. Like they kind of like whenever they're like steering it, kind of like reach down and kind of move it, and then most of the time it kind of seems to be kind of like moving on its own a little bit. These like little glowing golden ruins.
I point at like I point at his wheels and go like, man, those are some very happy wheels.
He laughs. He's like, yeah, I try to make them as happy as they can be.
You know what? I totally get you. I raise my shield and he smiles. My shield smiles.
Wait, you do what?
He raises his shield and it smiles.
Oh, yeah, Maville's like yeah, Maville like immediately brightens up like, oh, that's so cool. Look, I see it.
Yeah, I let them borrow.
Yeah, immediately like messing with it, try to see how it works, kind of thing. Like immediately goes into like nerd mode a little bit, like try to figure out how it works, and like looking at the runes, like, oh, this rune does this, and like kind of like going through it, kind of like just analyzing your shield a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like I'm gonna have a moment with this boy.
Yeah, very cute.
I love him.
Yay. But yeah, you guys finish clearing up the road. You have this nice little heartfelt interaction. You introduce them to Wenvy, to welcome them onto her cart. You guys continue traveling for another couple hours before making camp. And at this point, you guys are kind of used to this process of just setting up all the tents, of setting up all the horses where they need to go, so they can kind of free range on the grass a little bit, get their water, not wander too far off, and then everybody's kind of like all gathered up in this little campsite area here. And let me get our buddies here. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop.
Here it goes.
There we go. Okay. Now, there's a lot of tokens on here, so it might take a minute to load, but This is gonna be kind of like our campsite. So in between, kind of like our encounters, we're gonna kind of come to this little area. So if there's anybody you want to chit chat with and all that, they'll be here. Or if there's anybody you don't see, just give a holler and you can go kind of run and grab them, and I can pull them onto the map. Camp is set up for the evening, and you see, I guess I can put them probably more over here.
This is a really cool map.
Thank you. Yeah, dinner's being held in their various tents and all that. People kind of be mostly doing their own thing, whether it be like getting rocks out their shoes or finishing up their dinner, sewing up any holes in the canvas of their carts or their clothes, anything like that. Just little house maintenance on their little traveling homes at the time.
It's
should we
not
roll?
loading the screen for me. Hold on.
Sometimes I have to refresh too. Should we roll
Yeah,
to
I'm
see
refreshing.
who goes first?
Sure, we can
I
do
know
that.
there's a lot going on, so I don't want
Yeah, I was
us
gonna
all
say.
fighting.
Yeah, and this is also a good time if you ever want to if you want to go and interact with other members of your party, kind of thing, because everybody's kind of milling about in this. Like right at the moment, I kind of have everybody kind of set up in their like specific little campsites, but people are kind of milling about, coming and going, kind of talking to other merchants and stuff as they're like eating dinner or passing out like food or that they had extras of and stuff like that. So like it wouldn't be weird for you to go run over to Damien and talk to him or Lyanna
Right.
or whatever.
Okay.
So. But we can also roll to see who wants to go first as well.
Is it just a normal D20?
Yeah, let's do straight D20 from everybody.
Sounds good.
Nice. It gave a yapper too much power. Did it work for you, Cynthia?
Yep, it did. I now see Lyanna and everyone at camp.
Yay!
Did you?
Roll for initiative? Yes,
Oh, just-
I'm doing that now.
Oh, just well, I guess that counts, right? No, yeah, whatever.
What are we? I thought we were
It's
rolling.
like
Just a flat
It's
roll.
like the
Yeah.
same thing, I
Oh,
guess.
just
You
a regular roll to see who
Yeah.
goes. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no dexterity based in yapping, I guess.
Well,
Me
I
and
don't know.
Princeton just me and Princeton killing the game tonight.
Well, we'll bring us to Bromwyn first. And speaking of yapping, Sanaliel is a yapper.
Yep.
Kind of making up for his brother's kind of quietness. He's just like yap, 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 yap. The past like 3 days has been a lot of you and him kind of chit chatting a little bit, as his brother kind of like nods along, kind of thing. He's like kind of like in the middle of like a wood carving. He's like, yeah, certain woods are like easier to carve than others. He's like, oh, cherries like this, and it, just go ahead, just yapping.
I mean, I believe you. I just not very, I guess arboreal. I mean, I could do this, and I'll like pull out my arrow and like have the vines grow around it. But
Oh,
other than that, I really don't know much about what other woods do what kind of things. So that's fascinating you do.
yeah, I mean that's impressive in its own right. I mean,
Uh,
magic never really came very easily to me.
in the 3 days, had I learned like any signs or anything?
Let's see. Just make a general intelligence check, I guess.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you picked up quite a bit, like kind of conversationally. You like definitely got like at least finger spelling down for sure. And you're actually starting to pick up a couple of signs as well. So you're kind of like able to sort of sign along to what you're saying. Like you still got pick up like a couple words here and there. You're like, oh wait, what's this? Like, but it's very simple stuff. But you're getting there.
What are we eating?
Foundations. Probably like some sort of
We're eating garbage.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Just trash.
Yeah, probably like a mixture of like jerky and nuts.
So like a bag of Doritos with 7-Eleven
Yep.
cheese in it that
Yep.
you crush
Yeah,
up and then
yep,
use a
yep,
sport to
yep,
eat for eating
yep.
those? Okay.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
I got like a little like Japanese snack from the Fearun Family Mart.
There's a hibachi grill with like, and then Fenaliel has a hat on. He's doing shrimps.
Yeah.
He's making a choo-choo out of onion rings. Like
Yeah.
Oh my
No, I got the bourbon chicken from the grill.
it's got a bloomin' onion.
Stupid.
What did you actually say? Sorry.
Like jerky and like some like nuts, like some like trail mix, basically.
Okay, cool. I'll sign to Thanaliel is the one that talks.
Yapping. Vitaliel is
Vitaliel is signed.
It's the-
Okay.
One that's deaf. Yes.
I'll sign to Vitaliel. I'll sign. Hey. How are you? Are you enjoying your corn? And then I'll message, be like, I couldn't remember the word for nuts. Sorry.
he kind of like smiles as he says, "Good." They're like, "Can you use some more salt?" And then he's gonna show you the sign for nuts.
Oh yeah, that one. Close, but I'll get it next time.
Cute.
So, are you guys going to be good to go once we hit Waterdeep? I know today's been the most uncomfortable day thus far, but all things considered, relatively smooth.
Yeah, for sure. We have like a little like seasonal shop that we set up there whenever we do pass through kind of thing. But yeah, we should be set to continue. If we continue this pace, we'll be more than good to go and probably wrap up our business a lot sooner than we expected.
Oh, well, I suppose that'll be a good thing for everyone then. I apologize for the new company we have. Hopefully it's not too much of an intrusion.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, we have so many people already. I mean, what's a few more drops in the bucket, I suppose.
Speaking of which, do you happen to know any of these other merchants that well?
They kind of like think about it for a second. It's like we've run into Mariona a couple of times, kind of gesturing to the other elven merchant who had been looking for people earlier, and in Baldur's Gate. We've run into her a couple of times. I mean, she's a lumberjack, wood carvers, similar trades. And we've run into Opal and Willow over there a couple of times. The two shifter girls, little cat ears, kind of heading kind of similar paths. But seem like nice ladies.
Very interesting. I must admit, I'm rather excited to go to Waterdeep. I'm not sure. Is it bigger than Baldur's Gate? Because I could hardly even imagine a city bigger than that.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Oh, by the gods, I didn't think, although coming from Easting, I didn't think, I couldn't even imagine what half these things would look like.
Oh, so you've never been in the city?
No, Easting's rather small. It's not far from the Sunset Mountains, so there's not really a lot over there, unfortunately. But
yes.
I figured, why not? Although, albeit, even spending the short time I did there, I must say I find my footing better out here on the road.
Indeed, yeah. We're actually from Everesca, but only recently started traveling. The last century or so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that little tad bit, and I'll flick my ear. It's a little smaller than yours, but my mother, she had family that she had mentioned grew up around Everesca. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, she came from a long line of moon elves. But I don't think our lineage is something that she remembers. They've moved out quite a bit ago.
Indeed.
I think it was my let's see. Probably my great grandparent came from Everesca. That must have been hundreds of years by your calculations. How do you is it rude? I mean, you both look rather young elves do, but how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
We've just hit our 250 mark, so.
Oh, very exciting.
Deep. He's from Perda. There's lots of elves in Perda.
Yeah. From where?
What?
You're from Burdusk?
What? Oh no, that was me out of character saying
that.
Oh,
sorry. That's why I was like, wait, what? Excuse me?
No. Sorry. Well, it's interesting to know that we have such, similar backstories, I suppose. Might be a little bit more spread out across time there, but...
Perhaps. Who knows? Maybe, in one of the past Delvin lives, we were all really great friends in Everesca. I must admit, I'm not quite sure how... Well, I'm unfamiliar with Elven culture. Our family switched over to the human pantheon quite some time, unfortunately.
You followed up a Zuth, you said?
We've dabbled in the Zuth, but we're pretty devoted to Lathander. Sun, you always see the sun where you're traveling,
Yeah. Fair enough.
But, perhaps I, dabble in some arcane.
Yeah.
I'll kind of do the dad, slap my hands on my knees as I get up. Is there anything else I could get for y'all this evening? I probably will go and talk to some of the other caravanners and see how they're doing regarding everything that's happened this day.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything at the moment. And he's gonna kind of look towards his brother, and he kind of shrugs, I'm good.
Okay. I'll snap my fingers in anything that was disorderly. I want to fix together with prestidige, and then I want to snap my other hand and make everything smell like fresh linen.
Cute, yeah. You get all the dust off their boots and pants legs, and make everything all nice and tidy and smell nice.
And then I'll send a message. I won't be long. I hopefully will not disturb you whenever I step in for the evening.
And he's gonna kind of respond we need to hire more mages. Kind of sign it to his brother, and his brother kind of rolls his eyes.
And then I'm probably just gonna kind of walk over here in the middle of the area, and I'll let anyone else who needs to go next.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll bring us to Damien if there's anything you're wanting to do this evening.
Where the hell? Oh, Damien's right there. I was like, where the hell is Damien?
The big crowd of people.
Most of the people.
Yeah.
I introduced my boss.
My boss.
Oh yeah.
Baba Booey.
Because I realized that I have not introduced her yet. Alright, everyone. This one's my boss. Miss Quick Gather, right? That's her name, right?
Yes, Wendy Quickgather. It's so nice to meet you all. And she's kind of look over everybody, and she's like, "Do you need food? Here, I got so much extra here." And she's gonna start passing out food to everybody, and it's like, "Oh no, we're good." But she's not listening to them saying no, and she's handing them food anyways. She's big, meaty, bread with meat filling kind of thing. She's handing to people, and they're like, "No, I'm good." And she's like, "No, eat." Very bombing it up immediately.
I know she's really nice, but you should probably. I know she's really nice, but you should probably leave. The only reason why she's really nice, and we should probably take advantage of it while she hasn't conquered the world yet. I wink.
They kind of nod and start eating and thanking her profusely. Amphir goes to like offer her like some gold and compensation. She's like, no, none of that. But anyway, I don't want that. Get it out of here.
Who the hell is this chick?
He's like,
Who the hell is this chick? I don't want that.
She's the mom. But she's also very rich. She like sells porcelain, so yeah. She doesn't need that.
Hell yeah.
But yes, I just love to hear all your stories. I mean, that was quite a scuffle you guys found yourself in. They're like, yeah, probably should have done a little bit more researching before heading north. Would have been nice to join this from the get-go instead of on the road on death's door nearly. She's like, oh yeah, it happens to you like the newest of travelers. You'll get used to it. I mean, you'll learn the ropes.
Well, you know what they say. A caravan lost is just another free mug of ale in the next tavern.
Right, yeah, that saying. Just drinks some of her wineskin that she has. Pass that along too. But
and I actually asked this one. So why did you become a mercenary?
Well, I grew up in the Misty Forest, and it was just so boring all the time. And I wanted to go see the world, and I saw the world, and it was super cool. But like, you know, whenever you travel the world tries to kill you like a lot. So
that's the fun part.
Yeah, I mean now, but whenever I was first doing it, I mean I didn't even know how to carry a sword. It was scary at first. So you know, I found a sword. I learned how to do it. Doing normal sword play was boring, so I learned how to do it like some magic and some dancing, and now it's a lot cooler. And now it's great. Yeah, you get it.
I get it. Well, me personally, they call me the greatest mercenary who has ever graced the dance floor, and I've been looking for someone to challenge me on that.
Oh, you're a fellow dancer.
I mean, like, your blade work's definitely better than mine, but I'm not sure about your footwork.
Excuse you? Well, we're gonna have to put this to the test. I want to see this right now. Come on, let's do it. I'm just gonna like start dragging you towards the middle of the campsite immediately.
You want me to ask around if like anyone can play an instrument first?
Here, she's gonna like toss like she's gonna like look around and like find like a random like loot over here, and she's going to immediately like toss it over at Maville, and she's like, here, you know how to play an instrument, you're a bard, right? He's like, kind of, and she's gonna throw it in his hands, and immediately drag you to the center. I imagine myself getting dragged around. Yeah, she's like literally dragging you as she's doing this. Yeah.
Now we're going here.
Yeah. But Maville kind of plucks out a couple of chords on there. Like, he knows the basics, so nothing like too crazy, but kind of plays a little jaunty tune as she kind of like starts dancing with you. So if you want to make a performance check for me.
I will make a performance check for you.
She didn't roll very well.
Don't worry. There you go.
Yeah, you did really well. Yeah, she's kind of been running around, so she's a little out of breath, kind of like trying to get back into the kind of like stumbling over her feet a little bit. She's like, I'm usually a little bit more light on my feet than this. And you kind of like show her up a little bit.
Actually, I don't. I kind of want to sort of like make it seem that we're like dancing together and like kind of like helping her out with the moves. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely can do that with an 18. She's kind of like following your kind of movements there, kind of like you guys get into this little like rhythm together, and it's very cute and wholesome as you're kind of like dancing in the middle of this little campsite.
Mine's slowing down a bit for me. This dancing thing is like the only thing I got going on for me here.
This is very cute. I really like it.
And you see like one bee in the background kind of like clapping her hands as you're doing this. And getting like a couple like laughters from like the other like campsites a little bit as you're doing this.
I guess because I'm gonna be like in this bonfire, can I just do like a slight like whisk of a breath, and have a Damien like smell kind of like roses toward her. I want to make it. I want to make sure he can't tell I'm doing that.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
My boy, that's my boy. That's thank you.
All right, hold on. 18.
Oh, easy enough to do with like the smoke and everything, kind of like wafting it in their direction, kind of thing. And she kind of like smiles, like, "Ooh, I love your cologne." She's kind of like dancing along with you.
And as I dance along, and like, is it slow? As it slows down. Now I'll have to watch out for someone in the battlefield and outside the battlefield. But personally, I don't think I'd mind of you.
Oh, what was the last bit?
Personally, I don't think I'd mind of you.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to worry about me. I mean, I can take care of myself, and also I got like Minnie to look after me too. She's gonna like point over at the drow guy who's kind of like glaring over at you guys a little bit. You can't tell if it's just as like RBF or if there's something a little bit more there.
like, are you two together or something, or?
I mean, I've been trying to like pursue that for ages, but he's like too like up his own ass to like do anything about it. So I mean, if you're okay with being like
and I twirl her around and do that like usual move where like
and she's like giggling the whole way.
Alright.
Yeah, very cute, very cute. Alright, so as you guys are dancing, let's kind of move on to the ladies here a little bit. Let's see. We'll go based on charisma instead of dexterity for this initiative roll. So we'll go with Crimson here.
Gina's got that Riz for everyone.
Yeah.
I think so. I did kind of want to get a read on my employer as the new people were coming into camp, because I know they don't really talk all that much. Just to see if if he was flustered or kind of like, just to tell from body language.
Yeah, roll an insight check. Ooh, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. He's a hard nut to crack there. He's very, very stoic.
Yeah. And then I had a question, because I know it was kind of on the page, but the gargoyle, is that something that's visible to all of us or not really?
Yes.
It's
sat there on top of his cart, like chained to the top of his cart. This giant like stone gargoyle that kind of like sits there, kind of keeping a very close eye. And I will say, like, over the past couple of days, even with that like kind of like not great insight check, that like your employer, he's pretty chill, like, about most things, but he is very protective of this cart and what seems to be in it, and anybody who gets close kind of makes him like kind of raise his hackles a little bit. But other than that, seems like a pretty chill dude. Like, he doesn't really seem phased by these travelers. As long as they don't come near him, he seems to be fine.
Okay. Yeah, she'll just kind of gesture to the gargoyle in front of him and just be like, does that thing eat or need anything?
He kind of like shakes his head no.
She's gonna go over to Briar is over here? Is that...
Yeah.
Does the,
Yeah, they're kind of like set up in this like small tent back here, kind of near his guard a little bit. So he's been kind of like eyeballing them in the corner of his eye a little bit, but the theme find them very threatening. The two shifter girls who are kind of giggling and like drinking behind his cart.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go over to Briar and just be like, Briar, was it?
Indeed.
What's your read on the new people over there?
Not so worried about the new people. I'm worried about the little vampireling over there. I mean, just ripped open a horse in the middle of broad daylight. I'm still a little on edge from that.
Yeah. Who'd have thought he would have taken them on?
Here dancing. Don't know what to make
of him. And you don't know him. You've never seen him before.
I mean, I saw him in Baldur's Gate whenever we were all getting ready to ship out, and he seems charming enough back there, but I also didn't see him massacre an entire horse before my eyes in the middle of the town squares, so...
Yeah, he's a mystery. How's your ladies doing?
They seem to be having a good time, and as you see that, you're like a very loud peal of laughter. It goes like, like laughing back there. It's like they're loud, but pays good. Easy job.
Can I get a little closer to see if they're laughing because they're drinking?
Yeah. I'm not even making you roll for that. They were very obviously like passing like a bottle of wine back and forth between each other, kind of like giggling at each other, kind of like poking at each. Like this would be like have been like reminiscing about something in the past that happened or whatever. As they're kind of giggling and passing this bottle back and forth.
I'm gonna pull out like I don't think Crimson drinks often, but she has a flask just to fit in. I think she's gonna try and approach him and be like, do you have anything to top this one off?
Probably nothing as strong as what you're used to, but we got a couple of bottles back here somewhere, and they're gonna like pull out a new bottle of wine, uncork it, and like fill you up there. Like, come on, sit, come on! You probably have so many cool stories. Like, you're like a mercenary, like Briar, right? Like Briar's been telling us some of her jobs that she's done. Like, you know that she fought like a basilisk once. Isn't that crazy? Like, they do like and turn you to stone. Like, what? And Briar's like, oh my gosh, the background a little bit. But they're like, yeah, sit. Look, come on, tell us like some of your stories. Like, what's the most like crazy thing you've ever done?
See, I'm still getting paid for keeping quiet on some of that, so...
see. Like, they immediately, like, are leaning forward, like, so invested immediately.
I can't say much, but, tell me something about you first. Like, do you know the other... what are they? They're like merchants? Do you know the other merchants?
I've definitely hung out with Arden before. He's crazy at parties, like crazy. Like, I've seen like those two twins in like passing before. And that like really stuck up elf over there, pointing over at Mariona. I've hung out with them before. Well, let's see. I mean, we kind of passed by a lot of these people. Like, what is it? Robin over there, kind of pointing at one of the other guards. She's fucking crazy. Like, we've hired her before. Like, she's super cool. But we're like, oh, let's branch out a little bit. And we went with Briar this time, and she seems to be like super cool too. Like, you know, not as like like ooh, party, but like she seems to be like really serious and good at her job. Which we love you, Briar. And Briar's like, yeah. But yeah, but you know who we don't know? And she's gonna like kind of like lean and kind of conspiratorially towards you. She's like, you know, that that trio ladies over there, like them over there, the Okina and Callie and them or whatever, like, you know, they like makeup and perfume merchants or whatever. So we're like, oh, let's go talk to them. Maybe we can like trade some stuff or whatever. I got some like really nice incense supposed to, you know, like help like boost your pheromones and stuff. Or like maybe they could share some of their perfumes or something. The girls bitches, like, you know, they wouldn't want to share. They don't want to do anything. Like you're merchants. You're supposed to be like, you know, making sales, making deals. Like they didn't want anything to do with anybody. They're like fucking rude as shit. But you didn't hear that from me.
Oh. Yeah, and then I guess Crimson will just, I don't know how long I can use the accent for. She'll just tell him a story about, I don't know, she'll just make some up, like, she came across a bugbear trying to have sex with the sheep or something.
Okay.
I get them just, they're rolling by the end of the story, like laughing, like tears streaming out of their eyes, like drunk as shit and just laughing. And you see like Briar kind of like raise his eyebrows, like, not true at all.
I'll just shrug when they're not looking. Really shrug.
She kind of like laughs into her own drink a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's it for Crimson, yeah.
Alright. We have this night of gossiping with these little shifter ladies.
I know. It's very encouraging when one of them says that my employer is crazy.
I mean, he's got his tits out. You knew what you were getting into. Come on.
He knew very well what Cindy was getting into. Lyanna, on the other hand, didn't know what Lyanna was getting into.
Which that will bring us to Lyanna with Arden, who is kind of sadly going through his stock and kind of casting like a little like mending cantrip on his like what remains of his silk, but he's not very good at magic. Like it's like the one cantrip he knows that is like kind of like not quite mending correctly, and he has to do it like a couple of tries on this like one piece.
Sorry about that. I just had to.
No, you're all good.
I had to take care of my nose real quick. Okay, but anyway. Okay, so so Lyanna, I mean, you know, after trying to get to know her employer and kind of settling into this new dynamic within the caravan, she is hanging out by the water trough, like kind of casually petting the horse, just kind of trying to act relatively aloof, not quite engaging with Arden quite yet, but also Lyanna is trying slightly not to make eye contact with Arden so that she doesn't blush at his tits out. So I think she's finally going to like get her composure and walk over to Arden and just kind of get to know her employer, get to know his story. So Arden, let me see, is there like a little, I think she's just gonna lean up against the cart a little bit. Yeah. She's trying her best. We know that her you know, her charisma is quite down. But she's kind of leaning up against the cart, but still looking a little stiff. So what is your story? What brings you on the road? Like, do you have a home? Like, do you have a home that you travel back to, or are you running from home by chance?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I mean, I grew up in the Misty Forest, but a bit of a reputation there, so I kind of left and kind of been traveling here and there. Mostly stay in Baldur's Gate for the most part, and then travel with my wares to wherever the money is, and make my way back to Baldur's Gate usually.
What happened in the Misty Forest?
He's gonna kind of glance at Junior. He's like, elves being bigots as they're prone to do, kind of immediately try to get a read on you. It seems like as soon as he says that, kind of be like, are you one of them?
The corner of her mouth slightly smirks because, I mean, she's not going to disagree with that, but she's still trying to hold all the cards. So she's just like, I mean, I guess I can't 100% disagree with that. But a silk merchant by trade. But you don't seem to be a fabricator of sorts. As far as, was your family a weaving family, or how did you come by the silk trade?
Tailors, so kind of fell into this a little bit. I always found silks to be the most luxurious, so that's where I took that path, hoping to find the most coin, and I did until recently, kind of pointing at the last little bit of silk that he was like trying to mend and not really doing a very good job at. But yeah, I grew up with a family of tailors and
family. So mother, father. Do you have anyone back home? Wife, children, anything?
No, nothing like that. Yeah, mom, dad, only child. And I've Arden Jr. Yeah, Arden Jr.'s gonna like wave.
Lyanna just kind of like tilts her head, like, hello. She's still not quite sure what to do with Arden Jr.
Yeah, so you've been traveling a couple of days with them, and Arden Jr. seems to have like the mentality of like a 5-year-old, but like also like has been casually like hand sewing like little embroidery onto like outfits from like somebody who looks like they've been like doing it like their whole life kind of thing. Like they seem to be very like into their craft, but like kind of just like there's nothing going on upstairs kind of thing a little bit.
Quite good in embroidery. I absolutely want to ask about that. So Arden, I noticed that Lyanna's still not, like, once again, Lyanna's still learning about the dynamic, so she just kind of accidentally interjects. So your pet,
this is my son.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your son seems very...
He teaches me everything I know.
That's
see like this, and he's gonna like show this really crazy embroidery, and he's like, yeah, I taught him everything he does.
I know Lyanna's eyes widen quite a bit because she's just like I mean, it's literally watch it. She's amazed at the skill from. I mean, come on, it's. How did he learn this? This seems impossible for his kind.
Yeah, I think he mostly picked it up from my mom, ironically enough, but she was not the biggest fan of him, so I don't know where he learned that, honestly. Like, I'm joking to say that I taught him everything he knows, and like I taught him some basic sewing, but I don't know where he got that from, honestly.
He has the mind of a child. I mean, he's
only like 8 years old.
And to do embroidery like that? Lyanna kind of spilled her backstory, where she's just like, I was forced to learn embroidery, and I was never that good. This is...
Yeah, but you shoot light out your fingers. Some people are better at other things, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I'm still quite amazed.
I mean, me too. I mean, he's quite talented. And Arden just kind of smiles up at the both of you guys, like...
Yeah, he's just like...
showing you his macaroni art that's actually just like fucking Picasso.
He's quite fascinating.
Yeah, he's much good for the morale. He kind of like ruffles.
Yeah, like ruffles a little kid.
Yeah.
Remind me how you rescued your son?
I found him on the edge of town whenever I was wandering around, skirting my duties from the shop. Basically a newborn, just kind of abandoned.
Newborn.
Yeah. Brought him in, kind of half thought he was a dog. I was like, this is a really weird looking dog, and then started walking around on 2 feet, and I was like, oh, oops.
I love it.
Proved useful around the house, so my mom let me keep him around, but
That's crazy.
she wasn't thrilled about it.
You've never wondered how he is so incredible at his craft. Like,
Not particularly, no.
Interesting. I would be fascinated to study somebody like Gordon Jr. But I guess I'll wait for another time. How does the mending go on your stock?
He's like finished like one single like yard of the silk, and it kind of like mostly looks good. Like it's like a full like nice little square, and he's like, Carlos.
Lyanna kind of grimaces because she's like, "Oh, that doesn't look very good."
One yard down, only like about another 500 again, maybe.
Yeah, I think Lyanna might drop a little bit of her pretense and lore and just be like, "Do you mind if I help? I'm relatively good with a sewing needle."
For sure. We'll see what you can do. Kind of like puts you to work and kind of like shows you kind of like the basics of what he's kind of like looking for. If you want to make a performance check, or a dexterity check, I'll say that, or sleight of hand, I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. Sleight of hand or a performance.
Or sleight of hand. Let me check myself. Sleight of hand's better than my performance. That's for damn sure. I'll do sleight of hand. Nice. 17.
Yeah, you're pretty good with those needles. Good needle. Those classes that you were forced to take are starting to pay off here, finally.
Because I had to be a lady, that's why. Yeah, so yes, my schooling as a highborn child came in handy. But yes, so very neatly, very adroitly, like, mending, and rather quickly too, actually. Lyanna is proficient in all lady skills.
Yes. Arden is very impressed.
Oh, he's cute. So Lyanna's gonna continue sewing, and So I guess I mean she's gonna continue if you don't mind her just chit-chatting as she sews. Have you been able to meet any of the other caravan companions?
Couple here and there, yeah. Opal and Willow over there pointing at the two shifter girls who you see like Crimson's kind of like starting to walk off from. Those two crazy motherfuckers. Great, I love them. Lovely ladies. They're crazy. Lovely women. And he's like, yeah, I've met Thenelio, Vitilio, met Mariona before in passing. They seem nice. Little snooty, but
okay. Of course.
They're elves.
What about these two by your cart over here? Oh, it doesn't really let me.
Oh, those two? Kind of like looks over them, like, I've never seen them before. Seem to be traveling bards of some sort. Never heard of them before.
Okay. Lyanna takes note that they are unidentified.
I was gonna say, do you want to make an insight check real quick for me?
I will.
That's
okay. Insight. My insight's pretty damn good too. Hell yeah, 16.
So you do notice that this girl here, you kind of like glanced over at her, she's been staring at Damien a lot. Like, she's trying to like act like she's not, but she's been staring at Damien. Like, every time you kind of like glanced over at her, she's glancing at Damien, sees you looking at her, looks away.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure the
here,
camera.
yeah.
I just want to make sure the camera's on the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this blonde lady's been kind of staring at Damien a little bit, like, and trying not to, like, look so suspicious about it.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I've been curious about those two since they were standing next to the cart that I'm watching. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll do a performance for us or something on the road. It'd be nice.
Yes, that would be fantastic to have some entertainment, because I don't know, this journey seems like a long one.
He's gonna immediately shout, it's like, hey, are you two bards? And they kind of, like, glance over at him, with, like, kind of, like, this, like, wrinkled nose a little bit. They're like, yes. He's like, you gonna, like, do you want to, like, do a performance or something? You know, they bring up the mood here. And they're like, we're not gonna just do that because you told us to. And he's like, oh, come on, you're bards, right? Like, this is your whole thing. And they're like,
Yikes.
no. And they're just gonna go back in their tent.
Oh gosh. He scared him off. I love it.
They'll warm up to me.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Just keep that charm up.
Always do.
But yeah, let me think. I think Lyanna's gonna go back to her mending and just kind of, I think she's socialized out for the day, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So, I end my turn.
Alright, perfect. Let's see, I'm trying to debate if I want to go run and do a quick pee break real quick before wrapping up here, but I'm like,
We're so close.
I know, I'm like been sitting here like I have to pee so bad for like the last hour, and I'm like, now it's like almost midnight. I'm like, I can hold it, right? So I will say, as you guys are kind of having these conversations and all that, and Damien's kind of dancing around, I will say, since Bronwyn and Damien are kind of like the main people in this little center area, if the two of you guys want to make a perception or an insight check for me, either or.
Okay. Not great for me.
Yeah.
Damien's muted, just FYI.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You said only two of us, right?
Oh yeah, just because those two are in the like square, like the little center area here right now.
Oh yes, yeah. I got you. Lyanna's just having a time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, you've been just kind of sitting and sewing. If you want to make a perception or insight check too as well.
I'm fine. I'm sitting and sewing. I'm not really perceiving much beyond my work right now.
Okay. Is Sean there? Sean left the chat.
Should I just roll?
Okay, well, yeah, I was like, I don't want to roll without them, so I'll just say, yeah, like, the night continues without a hitch, as Damien kind of circles and dances with this little elf girl. Ramon watches on, and it seems to be a lively atmosphere as everybody's kind of like milling about, eating, drinking. Let's see. Eventually, like, one of the other merchants, is Stavrin now, along with, like, Robin actually end up joining Damien and his little elf girl, their own little dance here. And kind of, like, kind of singing a little bit as they're kind of, like, dancing along kind of thing, having a good old time. And the night comes to an end as you guys return to your campsites and get your long rest in, and continue going forward.
Nice.
The next couple of days are like quite uneventful as you kind of make your way through the rest of the Fields of the Dead, and it takes about like a good 7 days until the fields kind of like start, like these like open yellow fields kind of start fading into something muddier and murkier and grayer, until you start getting to this little swampy area, which is based on like your brief geography know-how of like the maps and stuff that you've looked at in the past, you know that you are entering the Troll Claws, which is like this like swampy area along the coastway, where, what is it, the Winding Water River? I think it's literally what it's called. Let me see. Where is it? Silly name for a river. Something like that. I have it written up somewhere. Yeah, Winding Water River is literally what it's called, yeah. It's kind of where the Winding Water River kind of meets like the ocean, kind of going deeper into like where the Serpent Hills are, and beyond. You know, there's like a lot of lore and mythos and rumors and legends about like how the Troll Claws is like the birth of trolls in Fearun and stuff like that, and it's like a really murky, scary, dangerous place. This is kind of like the first real big spot where like, this is why we kind of have a big caravan here with a lot of people, because this is kind of a scary area.
Scary area.
But as we kind of travel deeper into this marsh area, kind of traveling along deeper into the Troll Claws themselves, if everybody wants to roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Goodness.
Oh, Sean's okay.
Probably just fell asleep if he's not feeling well. It's
yeah,
early in the
probably.
morning.
Oh no! But perception check, you said, DM?
Yeah.
My perception's always so good too. Oh, I was rolling so well at the beginning of this.
Okay. Well, I will say with Crimson and Lyanna's perception checks, you notice, like, along this path as you're going, these big trees and rocks. Crimson and Lyanna, you notice that some of these rocks seem to be, like, a weird shape and color, and you're like, wait a second, those aren't rocks. And as you kind of realize this,
it's a rock lobster.
Those rocks stand up. And you see that there are a group of trolls here in the Troll Claws, ready to accost you. And I think
I didn't expect this caravan.
How would we have known?
But we might wrap it up here for the night, I think. Just call a little bit early here. And start the next session with this lovely bout of combat.
Exciting! How fun!
There's a lot of commoners in this battlefield.
I know, there's a lot of commoners. I gotta protect Titties McGee over here.
Right. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Okay, see you next week.
Calling, it whispers in the breeze.
An ancient sort of siren shivers in the trees.
A shanty sung by heroines and heroes lost to time.
It promises adventures for those who pay it love.
At advantage to your role, though the journey takes its toll. We shall stay hardy, friends remain while facing foes to the dungeons and the dragons we will roll.